Hi, and welcome to Cosmic Consciousness with Cassia. On this channel, we discuss all aspects of the awakening process. I have a variety of different services that I offer to assist you in your ascension, and if you're interested, you can check those out in the description box below. Today, we are going to be doing a reading for the sign of Aquarius. This is going to be Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising signs. If you don't know some of your other placements, you can go to a website such as astro.com. If you plug in your birth information, they will generate a chart for you. This is a general reading. It's not going to resonate with everyone. Take what fits and leave the rest. Don't stretch anything to fit. As I said, check out your other placements as well. There will be messages in there for you. Also, if there's a certain video that's pulling you or that resonates and you're not certain that you even have any placements there, check it out anyway and see if it resonates. We have all of the different signs within our chart, and we can often find there are certain videos where the messages resonate with what we have going on. So always use your intuition when it comes to those things. All right, Aquarius, August 2020. What's going on for the sign of Aquarius? I don't typically read reversals unless they're resonating with me at the time. So we're just going to take a look at these cards as they are meant originally. So we have the Seeker of Swords, which is like the Page of Swords, which is someone gathering information and knowledge. And I feel very strongly the knowledge with this card. I mean, you can see we have the bird, and then he's flying up toward the sword there, right? This is the Weaver Tarot also, just in case anyone's curious. And it's just like the illumination, like seeking illumination, I feel like. I feel like some of you guys have been on a journey of that lately. Just seeking more knowledge, really wanting to expand your understanding of your own spirituality, of various different concepts maybe. And we have the Five of Cups as well. And so there's been, I feel for some of you, some sort of grief or some sort of loss that's propelled you to really seek. I feel like you guys are seeking understanding of a situation. Like you don't understand why things happen the way they happen. For some of you, this may have actually been a person that you lost, that you're grieving, and sort of the process of coming to terms with that grief and understanding that. We have a lot of energies going on right now as far as that. You know, we still have Pluto in retrograde. We have a lot of this where it's sort of like trying to understand our mortality and contemplating all of that and these matters of life and death and rebirth. And for some of you, this was, you know, the loss of a job or a relationship or something like that, where the person is still living, but just situations that didn't work out the way that you had planned, and just kind of really trying to understand why and really trying to see the bigger picture with things. Like understanding from that higher spiritual perspective why things happen the way they happen. And yeah, just really looking into all of those different facets and subtleties. And then we have the Hermit card. So I feel like for a lot of you, you really went internally with this. Like you're seeking, but that seeking has been a very independent process for you. Like you're not really asking a whole bunch of different people or seeking outside of yourselves. You guys are going within to seek that information. You may be researching different things on YouTube. You may be, you know, doing different things online with the internet, with stuff like that, reading books, trying to figure things out that way, listening to different talks and podcasts. But a lot of this as well is just this internal journey that you guys have been on, where you've really gone, you've kind of pulled away, you've isolated yourselves a little bit, and you're just in that space of really seeking. I mean, we have the Ace of Swords here, which is clarity. Seeking that mental clarity, seeking that understanding, really wanting to come into this new cycle as far as your mental space goes. I feel like seeking some peace of mind as well for you guys. And that journey. And so the Hermit is the Virgo card, right? The card that represents Virgo, which is also a very mental, cerebral sign that really likes to analyze and understand. So you guys are really in that analyze and understand mode, and you're in that mode of being very just withdrawn in that way, really pulling into yourselves, centering into your own energy, learning how to trust that internal guidance as well. For some of you guys, I'm feeling like meditation and that stuff coming on strongly. And if that's not something that you've been doing, then that's something that would be recommended for you that may help. Let's get some more information here. And so then we have the Seeker of Cups and the Six of Swords. And so the Seeker of Cups would be like the Page of Cups. Here we go. And then we have the Six of Swords. Yeah. So I'm feeling... Yeah, I'm just feeling that seeking of that emotional fulfillment. Seeking of that emotional fulfillment. Seeking of, you know, coming out of, like, you're wanting to come out of this place of sort of like torment and confusion and move on to something that feels better, that resonates more with you. You're wanting and ready to triumph over this energy and kind of get back to that innocence, right? Like the Page of Cups is that very almost naive, innocent kind of energy, that sort of youthful, emotional energy of someone who's very open and very receptive. And you're wanting and needing to get back to that place, and to move on to a calmer mental state than you've been in the past. You're desiring that, and I feel that as you get this inner clarity and you really get to understand the bigger picture a little bit more, and sometimes the bigger picture is just that there's a bigger picture but we don't understand what it is, and that may be something that some of you eventually come to as well, is realizing that like there's a certain level of understanding that we can have about things, but some things just aren't meant to be known, and some things will just never make sense to us, and that's okay too. It's like building that faith and understanding that there is a higher plan and there is a higher perspective unfolding. And that may be something that brings some of you some peace as well. And then we have the Sovereign of Swords, which would be the Queen of Swords. And the Nine of Coins, which would be the Nine of Pentacles. And so, yeah, just really stepping into your empowerment, I feel like. Coming out of this, like you're wanting and ready, like you've done a lot of soul searching. For some of you, you've gone through this period of this and received that clarity, and it's brought you to this state of acceptance and this mental state, this sort of almost like gentleness, which is something new for you guys. Like you guys are air signs, right? Like you are the Sovereign of Swords, the Queen of Swords. That's your natural energy, very logic based, very, you know, you make decisions from that mind space, right? You don't involve a whole lot of emotion in that. So you've learned how to get in touch with your emotions a little bit, and you've learned how to, like, this experience, this loss really opened you up emotionally in a way that maybe you weren't used to before. And so for some of you, I feel like you clung on to the logic and the understanding because it was easier than sinking into the emotion. But the emotion and allowing yourself to feel that is what actually sets you free. And then you're back into your own energy again. You're like cool, you're calm, you're collected. This is your energy. Like I said, air energy, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, like that feminine energy of like just empowerment and really knowing yourself, knowing what it is that you want, not you. Some of you guys, I mean, sometimes the Queen of Swords can be seen as a bit standoffish. But in this deck, I really don't see that. I mean, there's like beautiful roses and wings and a butterfly up here. It's like this sword is adorned with all this beauty. So I feel like what you've done is you found a way to bridge that side of yourselves that sometimes can be a little bit brutal and a little bit cold and cutthroat with this new emotional side of yourselves that's been revealed to you through this process. As you've allowed yourself to feel so that you can heal, you're now being able to merge those aspects of yourself, and that's just bringing in a whole new a whole lot of abundance, right? Like the nine of Pentacles is that single, like in most cards, it's a single woman who's very well established, right? But a single person, a person who's very independent, very established in the manifested physical world, in their physical reality. Like it's bringing you to a new, I'm just feeling for you guys though, like the independence and the ability to really stand on your own feet. Like for some of you guys, this may have knocked you off center or knocked you off balance for a little while. And it's like you're regaining your balance, you're regaining your center. And we have strength on the bottom of the deck. We have strength on the bottom of the deck, followed by the Ace of Wands, which is a brand new cycle, a cycle of creativity, of passion. And then the Ace of Cups under that, which is a cycle of love, right? Whether this is self-love or possibly love with another. So yeah, bringing in a whole bunch of new cycles of abundance for you guys that are abundant in the ways that you are wanting and you are deserving, feeling inspired, feeling passionate, feeling all of those feels, but like in the good way. Like because you've gained that mastery over your mind and your emotions, or you're in the process of doing that, that's bringing some incredible stuff your way. Which we always love to be able to say that in a reading, that there's so much good stuff coming your way. So let's look at the Nine of Pentacles. More information on the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, so we have the Five of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords. So this Nine of Pentacles energy is an energy that's born out of this. For some of you guys, there may have been financial loss that occurred during this period as well. Or just this feeling, I'm feeling for some of you, of being left out in the cold, of feeling like you had lost all hope. And then just in that mental torment, feeling trapped because of that, feeling trapped in your mind, feeling trapped in these constant situations and mental loops that you were going through, just stuck in that energy, and like coming out of that energy and coming and establishing yourself independently. Like for those of you that this was the loss of a relationship, like you're now like really strong on your own. And that's a really good feeling for those of you who maybe didn't know if you had that in you, or had gotten so used to having someone that you forgot what it was like to be successful and abundant and stand on your own 2 feet and know, like maybe you forgot that you didn't need anyone, and now you're remembering that. And that's like the revival of this Sovereign of Swords, this Queen of Swords energy, is like, oh yeah, that's right, I am good, I am everything, I am worthy, I am capable, I am absolutely everything that I need. But then we have this Knight of Swords, which is this fast move. Tell us about the Knight of Swords. The Hierophant, so that's Taurus energy. Okay, so some of this for some of you guys, yeah, this had to do possibly with a relationship with somebody who really kind of rushed in. They rushed in and they were sort of like, they presented themselves as your knight in shining armor, and you thought that they were you thought that they were solid, you thought that they were stable, you thought that they had something to offer, like you thought that they had commitment to offer you. And instead, it was just fuckery. And it was just this sly kind of devious behavior. There was stuff going on that you didn't really, that they weren't on the level that you thought that they were on. And so this Nine of Pentacles energy is, this Queen of Swords energy is you coming back into your power. You experiencing this loss, seeking this energy within yourself, this Nine of Pentacles energy within yourself. And then like as you become good on your own, all of a sudden we have these new cycles coming up. Tell us about the Ace of Cups. So we have the Three of Pentacles and the Three of Wands. So 2 3s, 3 3. And so this is like teamwork, collaboration. This is manifestation. This is maybe something or someone that you were waiting on that is now coming through for you. Some sort of collaboration, somebody that is inspiring to you, that really gets those creative juices flowing, that maybe like has some of this information that you were seeking, or is manifested because of certain things that you were seeking. Like you were waiting for this person. You may not have, some of you may not even have known that you were waiting for this person. And others of you do know. And that's coming around now. Whether this is an ideal that you put out there that's now coming to fruition because you've moved through this cycle and gotten rid of this energy that wasn't any good for you, and really seen and understood why you went through that situation with that person, or whatever the case may be, like that is now coming in. Somebody that you can collaborate with, someone that you can dream with, someone that you can create with, which is absolutely, like, that's what you guys want, right? That's what we all want. Someone that we can create and grow with, that can nurture us and inspire us, that we can build with. This is like, you thought you had someone that you could build with and you couldn't, and now that person is coming in. More of the Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands. Okay. So somebody you can build a stable foundation with. Usually when I see the Four of Pentacles, it makes me think of someone who's holding on too tightly to something. But for a lot of you, I just feel like this is energy coming in that you can build a stable foundation with. This is, now we got 2 4s, which is interesting. We had 2 3s, now we have 2 4s. And so, yeah, I mean, for some of you, this may be somebody that you had an ideal for. Maybe this is somebody that you were aware of. For some of you, this may have been a twin flame connection. Whether you've been trying to manifest your twin flame and you've never met them, that may be coming in for you guys now that you've closed out this soul contract with this old person, with this karmic individual. And for others of you, this is, so yeah, somebody, a twin flame that maybe you've never met that you're now manifesting. For others of you, this is maybe somebody coming back into the picture. But I feel for a lot of you, this is somebody that you haven't even met yet, that you are manifesting. And part of the delay before, for a few of you, may have been that you were holding to, like, you wanted it too much, and that energy kind of delayed it from happening. But I think for a lot of you, it was just this energy of, like, there were other things that you needed to learn and other things that you needed to clear up. And for them, there may have been that as well. But now they're coming in and the energy's looking pretty good. Let's get another card on this. 10 of Cups. Ace of Pentacles. Do we need to go on? Let's go on a little bit. See, 6 of Pentacles. The Moon. 6 of Wands. And what do we have here? 6 of Swords again. So, yeah, I mean, come on though. Come on. We got the 10 of Cups. We got the Ace of Pentacles. So here's another ace. You guys have 3 aces now. This is a new cycle, like we said, stability, financial abundance, right? 10 of Cups, wish fulfillment, all of the good things. 6 of Pentacles, reciprocity, even give and take. Somebody, for some of you guys, you may be doing some charity work with this person. Triumph, success, right? Recognition. And the moon is interesting in here. The moon, and so the 6 of Swords, I mean, this is repeating again. So this is like moving on to calmer waters though, right? Like we said, like calmer emotional waters. You guys are in a new place emotionally. You're sort of like, you're leaving behind everything that didn't serve, everything that put you in that mental angst kind of energy. And then the moon, I'm feeling as like, just things that things that aren't necessarily as they seem. So yeah, I'm feeling this for some of you guys as the universe is up to some things and you may not know what all those things are right now. So it's just trusting, and you're really going to be asked to call upon your intuition. I'm feeling for some of you, like, I'm feeling dreams for some of you. Like, pay attention to your dreams. Like, this person may come to you first in your dream life. Yeah, that's what it is. So this person may come to you in your dream life. They may come to you while you're sleeping. There's going to be something with the moon. With the moon as well for some of you guys. But it's just, yeah, they may be coming to you. There may be some weird, mysterious circumstances on how this person comes into your life. And you may be a little bit suspicious. You may be suspicious, especially with everything that's gone on in the past. You kind of, anyone that approaches you guys, you're back in that Queen of Swords mentality. Like, if you come too close and I do not know your intentions, I might cut you. So you want to be careful with that energy. You do want to filter through things. You do want to sort of take your time, right? Like, we use discretion. We don't just jump into anything head first without really taking stock of the situation. But this is like telling you to really trust your intuition, to trust your dreams and what those are revealing and what those are saying to you, because like your perception may still be a little bit skewed as a result of everything that you've been through. And so you just want to be constantly checking your perception and checking and making sure, like, what is this situation mirroring back to me, right? Like, what of my own personal, like, wounding and stuff is coming out? Like, how much of this is me putting certain energy into a situation that's not there, and how much of this is really like what's going on right now? Like, you may question this. And so I'm not saying jump right in head first with whoever comes next, because that person's going to be your twin flame. What I'm saying is, like, just keep an open mind, but use your discernment. Just really keep checking and keep calling on that balance of the logic and the intuition, and like being guided by both of those, and really paying attention to the signs. I feel like spirit is going to give you signs. Some of that's going to come in your dreams. Some of that's going to come from other places, from other people. But just really be open to those signs. And if you are questioning things, ask for signs that tell you what to do, or what direction to move in, or where to go. But don't just instantly dismiss somebody because you're still smarting a little bit from the wounds of your past. Like, you definitely don't want to do that. Any last cards from this deck? We got the Scorpio card here, Death, and we've got the Eight of Pentacles, which is working really hard on transformation. Like, you guys have put a lot of effort into, you've had circumstances that have transformed you. You've just been working hard on yourselves in general. And I feel like all of that hard work is paying off. And you are going through a rebirthing period right now. And that is going to continue to take some work. But that work is absolutely paying off. I'm feeling like for this other person that's coming in for you guys too, like, they've been working really hard at their own growth process, and that you may have some things in common. You may bond over that. You may meet them through some sort of thing that you're doing, some sort of work that you're doing that has to do with your own healing, or with helping others to heal, or anything in that mysterious realm. It could, for some of you guys, it could just be some strange hobby or something like that you have. But you're going to meet them through some sort of interesting situation that has to do with whether this is actually at a job, or this is just through something that you've gotten into, whether it's a meditation class, whether it's some sort of workshop, some sort of recovery group. I don't know what it is, but some of you may meet this person through that as well, is what I'm seeing, because they've been working really hard at transforming themselves too. And then just more of the same cards coming out. They're like, you're done, you got this, you understand what's going on. All right, let's see. I'm gonna grab a Keepers of the Light card for you guys as well. For Aquarius, August 2020. Aquarius, August 2020. Okay, and we got Charity, Prayer and Contemplation. Connect with heaven, ask and you shall receive. Hope, love, and acceptance. Love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Choose loving thoughts. And then Saint Germain karma releasing. Move beyond drama, create your own path, make room for good energy. So this is just that healing process. And then faith on the bottom of the deck. Humanity and benevolence. Stay calm, trust the good in yourself and others, see the light in the world. So, continuing, you guys have released, you've been through, this is a major karmic cycle that you've completed. And so just really allowing that to release. Like not getting caught up in the drama of it, just really letting all of that go. Not holding on to that, not identifying with that. And just allowing that energy to clear, moving through that however you need to move through it. I offer energy healing sessions which can be incredibly profound and incredibly helpful with releasing some of this energy and moving through that. So reach out to me if you're interested in that. I do a type of healing called Belvaspata that works with the angelic realms and angelic energies. It translates to angelic healing of the heart. So that may be something. It also helps to aid in all aspects of the ascension process and preparing us for that and helping us to adapt to those energies. But yeah, moving beyond that, creating your own path, making room for this good energy that's trying to come in. And this energy that's trying to come in is going to require hope and faith. And these are things that you guys are learning and you're fine-tuning right now. Like, as you understand your own worth and as you are more loving to yourself, right? Like, that's another thing the Ace of Cups can represent is like self-love. As you learn, you treat yourself with the love that you want to receive. And you guys are really learning that. And you're learning how other situations can be a reflection of how much love we have for ourselves. And when we get enough love for ourselves that we know our worth, we're willing to release everything that is not worthy of us. And so you guys have been in a period of that and just really like sinking into the understanding of your own divinity and how special and how powerful you are, and just researching and learning more about that and connecting more with yourselves with that hermit energy, right? And so continuing with that prayer and that contemplation, knowing that like what you ask for, you will receive. Like you are, and this is funny, it's charity because we had the Six of Pentacles card as well. Yeah. Like you can, like heaven is listening right now. Your angels are listening and they're getting ready to deliver you what it is that you want and what it is that you deserve just by, like you deserve it just because you are. Just because you are love, you are hope, you are faith, you are all of these beautiful things, and these beautiful things want to come to you, and they will come to you once you realize that you already are that, and because you are that, of course you deserve that, and then you release everything that stands in the way of that is not a complementary match to your energy anymore, and you move closer to that. The more you love yourself, the more you make that space in your life for others to love you as well, and you become capable of opening up and receiving love. And trusting the good in yourself and others and seeing the light in the world. This is just more of that, like noticing when your own conceptions and understandings of reality are maybe being sort of like tainted by any biases, by any of this pain from the past, by any of these old cycles that you're moving out of, and just really like trusting that you are good. And if you are good, that means that there are more people out there that are good too. And if you stay in your frequency and if you don't accept less than what you deserve, you don't have to worry about people coming in that aren't good enough, because you know your worth. And guess what? You'll just leave. Like you are strong enough and you have the power to do that. And there are good people out there. And those people are coming to you. Those people are finding you. Your vibration is raising, and as a result, you are pulling that in. So just continue doing that. Continue praying. Continue practicing loving yourself, practicing that acceptance, finding that, like keeping that faith and that hope alive, knowing that you deserve all the good things that are coming to you. And then we have Isis, magic manifesting. Your dreams, vision, and goals are becoming reality. Stay focused. And so more about the dream stuff. So your dreams are becoming reality. So really fine-tuning those and listening into your dreams as well, not just for messages when it comes to a possible person coming in for you, but also just when it comes to your dreams and what it is that you're wanting to achieve. Like your dreams may give you little hints for that as to what it is that you want and what it is that you desire. And so pay attention to that and really start practicing and cultivating this practice of crafting your reality, asking for the things that you want, really understanding, tuning into your subconscious, turning into these cues, tuning into your heart, and figuring out what it is that you truly want and desire, and knowing that you are attracting that to you through your vibration, through your thoughts, through your words, through your actions. And then phases and cycles, Freya. There is a beginning within every ending. Illusions are revealed and released, right? Just like we were talking about. You are seeing through all the illusions. The cycles that are ending are paving the way for new cycles to begin. And it's just, life is all about those phases and those cycles, right? We have the big moon behind her. So just knowing and understanding and trusting that, and just allowing the phases and the cycles that are ending to end so that the new ones can begin. And Master Jesus, forgiveness. You are on the path of light, love, and forgiveness. Father, healing is possible at this time. And for you guys, I'm just feeling like, I'm going to hold that up again. Something about the blue flowers, I think, the blue lotuses, I think those are maybe relevant for someone. I think that's why they wanted me to hold it back up again. But this is also about forgiveness, right? This is about forgiving whatever the situation is. Part of also how we release that karma and we release that cycle is by forgiving. Like whatever happened, just understand that that person came into your life to teach you a very valuable soul lesson. And oftentimes, the souls that teach us the hardest lessons are the ones that love us the most in the spiritual realm. And they agreed to come down here and do abhorrent things sometimes in order to facilitate the most incredible soul growth that we could ever hope to achieve in this lifetime. And they knew that we were going to hate them, and that like all the love that they had for us was not going to be apparent and was not going to be seen. And they sacrificed having that in order to teach us the things that we needed to learn. And that's absolutely beautiful. That's such a beautiful sacrifice. So just really honoring that when we have those people that really push us, that really test us, those situations that really break our hearts, but then help to build us up into something and someone way stronger than we were before. Like we agreed to that. We created that plan with them before we came into this life, and like thank God that somebody loved us enough to come here and agree to teach us those lessons and help us to grow in that way. So it's just all about that forgiveness. Like holding on to resentment doesn't hurt the other person. All it does is hurt us. And we don't want that. We don't need that. We don't have time for that. We're ascending. We're moving upward in our vibration, in our experience. Like we can't be holding on and hanging on to that stuff anymore. It's time to let all of that go. Like there's so much abundance waiting for you. So just let everything that's not serving go. And right as I said that, the last card is loosen your grip. Coping mechanisms, density, addiction. Let God in. Let it go. You don't need that anymore. That does not serve you. That person, that situation. For some of you who may be thinking about falling back on old coping mechanisms in order to deal with whatever the pain is that you might be going through, this person may have put you through, don't do that. Don't do that. It's time to let all of that, to release all of that shit. Like you guys are releasing so much density. So it's just like allowing that, letting, like you're holding on, just release and let that all slip through your fingers. Just like those little grains of sand, right? Just let it slide out. Let it go. Let it go. You don't need it anymore. You do not need it anymore. Yeah. All right. I love you all very much. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, leave a comment. Let me know if it resonated. I love reading you guys' comments. Like this video if you enjoyed it. It definitely helps it get out to more people. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. If you want to donate, there are links to that below. And I also offer different services. Like I said, I really recommend the healings for you guys right now. I do a combination reading and healing where we do a reading, and then we target the healing on specific things that come up during the reading. I do just a whole bunch of different things. So check all of those out. And if you are requiring support, please, please, please reach out to me. I love you so much. Have a wonderful August, Aquarius. You got this.